Hey guys, so I'm back with another video. Thank you to the people that have subscribed to my channel. Thank you for supporting me. For the ones that are just now watching if this is your first time watching my video, my name is Kiara and this is my channel, KIARA'S Natural. To be honest, I have been thinking about doing more mental health videos. That is something else that I am very passionate about, mental health, being that I do suffer from depression and anxiety. I have a semicolon tattoo right here. And I just think that right now it's a really big topic, just mental health in general. And I definitely want to speak on it and speak out on it. When the conversations come up, I usually am the one to chime in about this kind of thing because I take it very seriously. I see nowadays a lot of people think it's the new wave to, deal with depression or have anxiety, but for the people that don't know, you have no idea what it's like to live and, try to have a daily life and suffer from depression and anxiety. It weighs you down tremendously. But first off, since it's the first video talking about it, I do want to just start from scratch. And for those that really don't know what depression is a mood disorder that causes prolonged sadness over a long period of time. Not, you getting sad about you and your boyfriend broke up, or, just something that's just, you feel sad. Having depression is different from feeling sad. I definitely cannot stress that enough. I can't. I myself have been diagnosed by a doctor that I have depression and anxiety. I never really knew that I had it. I kind of knew, but again, I didn't want to be judged. I didn't want to be looked at as, different, or I didn't want people to judge me, and a lot of different factors. And now since I'm older and more mature, I'm actually deciding to speak out on it because I know there's a lot of people like me out there that suffer, with mental health, and they have maybe nobody to talk to about it, or they have, no outlet, and they can't, they have no one in their corner that can relate to what they're feeling, because it's sometimes very hard to explain how you're feeling, especially dealing with anxiety. But anyways, I really want to stress that having depression is not, a mood, or it's not a phase, or it's not, it's not. It's not an attitude. So some people call it an attitude, and it's very hurtful. Especially for me personally, it's very hurtful when I'm depressed and it took everything it had out of me to get out of bed, and for somebody to, come at me and say, "Oh, well, you have an attitude," or, "What's wrong with you?" And it's like it's a slap in the face, because it's like inside I'm dying, I'm screaming, and you don't even understand. But yeah, some of the symptoms of depression: thoughts of death, suicide, feeling worthless, feeling helpless, feeling guilty, having a hard time sleeping, staying asleep, suffering from insomnia, which I do very, very badly, difficulty thinking, loss of interest, trouble concentrating, all those different things. I feel like if you have a lot of those symptoms, you may have depression. I'm not a doctor, but out of all of those symptoms, I definitely possess most of them, if not all. And there are different types of depression. There's, major depression. There's bipolar disorder. There's psychotic depression. There is the postpartum depression. There's different depression. There's seasonal depression. I myself suffer from depression more severely around this time. This month of December definitely has been a rough time for me. It's just this extreme sadness comes over me, and it's every year around the holiday time, where I feel just my depression just comes in full force, and it's not a mood, and it prolongs for weeks and weeks. But I am dealing with it. I'm not on any medication, for those that, are wondering. I was on medication, but I decided to stop. I don't want to be dependent on pills like that, and I have my own, other personal reasons, but I stopped a long time ago from taking them. So there are some ways that you can help with depression. You don't just have to just lay there and suffer. There's some ways that can help. I didn't say cure, I said help. Set different goals. I know for me, sorry, it was the feeling of worthlessness, feeling like I didn't have a purpose, feeling like, why am I placed here on this earth? What am I supposed to be doing? And finally, I found out I'm good with working with kids. Now I'm a preschool teacher, and that's what I love to do. I love to work with kids and be with kids. I feel like that is my purpose. And my these are ways that you can help with your depression. These aren't ways to cure it. For me, I felt like, okay, I have a purpose. I have a reason, to keep going. And it helped. Doing things you love to do. If that's swimming, if that's cooking, if that's listening to, your favorite rapper, or, doing whatever you love to do. So just find something you love to do. Stay away from toxic people and toxic relationships. I cannot stress that enough. Some people just bring so much negativity and toxic things to your life, and you don't need that. You really don't need that. For me, there were some relationships that I had to cut off. Some were rekindled and mended, but some I just really had to just cut off for me, because it was just too toxic and brought out different different sides of me that I didn't like, which would cause me to slip into depression or make me very anxious. Thinking positively, very important, which I myself, I struggle with from time to time, but it is getting, a lot easier. Try to take it day by day, honestly. What is it like to be depressed? It's different in all people. Some people, you can see them with a smile on their face every single day. And they can be, as soon as they get in the car, as soon as they get home, they cry, or they drink, or they do whatever to suppress the feelings that they tried to hide throughout the whole day. So just because you're hee ha ha, that doesn't mean that can be the person that's struggling the most. So that's why you're supposed to really treat everybody with kindness and respect, because all of us are struggling with the battle that other people don't know about. You lose pleasure in everyday activities. You just feel like, what's the point? What's the use? What's the, that definitely is what it's like to feel depressed. Like there's no use in doing anything. There are different factors that play in being depressed. Genetics, for one. Your personality. If you, have low self-esteem already, if you have a lot of stress going on in your life, you can be, more prone to having depression. Personal experiences, being in a certain environment. If you're in an abusive environment, if you're in a negative environment all the time, you are, more prone to slipping into depression, versus being in a loving, positive home and environment. You could definitely slip into depression. So yeah, I don't want to make this video too long, since this is the first video that I'm doing about this. But I hope to keep doing this. I hope to get support from out there, and I really hope that this can help somebody. At least one person can get help from this. I honestly feel like this is something that I'm called to do, if that makes sense. It's been on my mind. I was like, no, holding myself back, but I really feel like this is something I want to do, and I want to see how far that it goes. It's definitely helping myself, me doing more research about it on my own, and spreading my knowledge to other people that struggle with, depression, is being an everyday average person just like me. I'm not a celebrity. I'm not rich. I'm an average girl, adult, working, normal. There's, and I definitely suffer from depression and anxiety. There's nothing that stands me apart from anybody else, and that's why I feel like, reaching out. So Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave your comments, feedback, anything of that sort, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.